I just wanted to show you guys in here, sometimes the little pin for the horn and the retainer will fall off, and you want to make sure that you get them out of there, because you're going to need them, of course, for later. So this is the pin and the retainer, and I'll show you how they go in here. And of course, if you have a telescopic steering column, there's a spring back there, which once you release tension on this big ring here, this will keep popping up. So all you have to do is just reinsert the star bolt, push this all the way in, and just tighten that a little bit, and it'll keep it in place. Needless to say, it's a good idea to have one of these magnetic little dishes to keep everything in one spot. You don't want parts to go missing, and there's a lot of little things in here, so keep that in mind. These are pretty cheap. Okay, so I mentioned the horn pin and the retainer, and these, for whatever reason, I've noticed some people installed these wrong, and there's no need for that. That's why in most cases horns don't work properly, and I'll show you in the car in a sec how this should be installed, so there's no confusion. And if you get to this point and you need to either replace or reinsert the pin, you do so properly. And just to go over the details, as you see here, it's a regular pin, and it has a little bottom shoulder here. Then the insert fits over it, and as you can see, the retainer rather has a little tab on it, and that goes inside the channel that has the spring, which actually completes the circuit. Okay, so if you look here in this hub or housing, one side you have the spring. Actually, you can remove it if you need to, if you're going to replace the spring, or if it's missing. But also, let me take it out of there. This tube serves two purposes. One is to guide the spring, and also to insulate the spring from touching the housing. But if you look in here, this one has a little channel in here. It's almost like an L-shaped channel if you were going to look at it from the side. So then what you want to do is, when you're installing the contacts, you want to insert your spring, and then, this is very important, I show you the little tab and this little shoulder here at the bottom, at the end of the pin. What you want to do, and I'm going to try to do this with one hand, it's a little tricky, but it is doable. You want to position this with the tab aligned with the channel, and as you push down, sometimes you get like, and it really locks in place. Have to push all the way in, of course. It's a lot easier when you're using both hands. Okay, so you can see in here you have the pin, and it is working because it's spring loaded. But that little tab that I was showing you, it's all the way in there. Here I am pushing it, you can probably see that. And you want to make sure that that's seated all the way in there. So whenever you push the horn button, that thing just stays in place. And you want to be careful in the sense that this is not going to really hurt you if it flies out of there. I mean, it's just, you saw it was a small spring, and even though it's under a lot of tension, it's not going to really hurt anyone unless it hits you straight in the eye. But the reason being, the reason I'm saying you want to be careful is because if this thing snaps out of there, it'll fly out, and it never fails that you're going to start losing parts that way. For whatever reason, they seem to go into a different dimension, and you have a hard time finding them again. So make sure that that is connected properly, and that's it. Okay, so installation of the steering wheel starts with the pin must be in place. Then we're gonna install this housing cover. Make sure that everything is, all the holes are aligned properly. And again, you want this recessed portion toward the bottom if that's how you had your steering wheel. And then what we're going to do next is this. I'm going to need both hands, because once you get the steering wheel installed, you're going to need spacers, shims, and the horn contact. So let me set up the phone on the tripod, and we'll take it from there. Next, we're gonna start the start bolt. We have contact, we have everything secure. Didn't do any damage. Nothing operates somewhat okay, it's not going anywhere. And then we have the button. Done this with a little more daylight than in the dark here, but anyway. Let me try the battery. Hopefully that thing won't start honking, which would be very sad. Okay, so everything is installed, and even the horn works. Awesome. So I'll get a better picture tomorrow. It's kind of getting dark, and I hear sirens. They found me. Really happy with this. This one actually looks so much better. Classy. Awesome. See you tomorrow. So there you have it. I sincerely hope you found this video helpful, and I'm telling you, I'm so happy with how this steering wheel turned out, and I think the black spokes and the new cover with the red lacing looks fantastic. And again, I'm a newbie at this, so very happy with the results. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Take care.